Now, many Nigerians and indeed human rights groups have criticized the frivolous petitions bill, commonly called the social media bill, describing it as an instrument to prevent free speech. Well, the Senate has taken a position on that bill. Here's a report on that and other bills and motions considered this week. In a move that has been hailed by rights activists and social media users, the Senate has thrown out the frivolous petitions bill. The Senate threw out the bill after its Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters recommended that the bill be withdrawn. Reading the report of the committee at plenary, the chairman of the committee, Senator David Umoru, said the committee observed that the Penal Code and the Cybercrime Act have sufficient provisions to address the issues the proposed law seeks to address.
The majority of the stakeholders at the public hearing vehemently opposed the passage into law of the bill, as it is perceived as a step that will take the country back, especially now that the world has become a global village. That in a democratic society, any law that is perceived to obviate or is capable of unduly abridging the fundamental rights of the citizens to privacy and free speech should be jettisoned or modified by the legislature so as not to unduly restrict the hard-earned freedom guaranteed by the Constitution. That the bill tacitly imposes on the petitioner the duty of conducting investigation before reporting any crime or matter. This to us is a task that belongs to the government agencies that are funded to carry out such assignments.
The House of Representatives has considered and adopted a report on a bill to establish the Federal University of Petroleum Resources, Efurun Delta State. The bill, which was sponsored by Representative Evelyn Oboro during the 7th Assembly, was passed by the 7th Assembly but was not assented to by former President Goodluck Jonathan. The university, which is already existing and has been graduating students, will now have legal backing.
The Federal University of Petroleum Efurun has long existed for over 10 years without any enabling law, and it is the duty of this Honorable House to make it happen. Every requirement needed by a university is adequately in place. Thousands of Nigerians from across Nigeria and the world have graduated from this Federal University of Petroleum without being issued a legally certified certificate.
The next day, the bill was read for the third time and completed its journey in the 8th House of Assembly, a development the minority leader in the House has commended.
She has actually reintroduced this bill in the 8th Assembly, and with the special grace of God, because of our House rule that stipulates that bills must move from one section to the other section, she reintroduced the bill in the 8th Assembly, and today we are congratulating her for, bringing succor to the university, for being able to introduce a bill that we Deltans are very proud of, for giving the university the legal teeth that it deserves and giving it a clear framework.
With its passage by the House of Representatives, it will now be forwarded to the Senate for further legislative action. Representatives of different national and global organizations involved in the fight against tuberculosis, such as officials of the Stop TB Partnership Nigeria, the United Nations, and other organizations, have called on the Senate Committee on Health to support all activities to eradicate tuberculosis in the country. The delegation stressed the need for lawmakers to advocate for appropriate policies and more resources for the eradication of tuberculosis, especially through budgetary allocations. Responding to them, the chairman of the Senate committee said the committee would ensure that funds are appropriated accordingly.
We are also to ensure that in appropriating the funds for health, we make sure that the minimum expectation for our counterpart funding is in place, so that whatever you are supporting the country with, our own contribution, we won't be found wanting. So that one, we also assure you that we will always support such proposals. And of course, we are also to be championing a lot of advocacy to ensure that we keep on educating our people on the do's and don'ts of communicable diseases.
The House of Representatives has mandated its Committee on Niger Delta Development Commission to ensure that some abandoned infrastructural projects for some communities in Edo State are completed. In a motion considered in plenary, the lawmakers expressed their concern over the manner roads, water schemes and electrification projects were abandoned, leading to waste of resources. The House has directed the Committee on NDDC to ensure these projects are included in the Commission's 2016 budget.
Concerned about the abandonment of the project.
Honorable members, please go back to your seats.
On the people, including the Urohwe, Orogun, Ugo Community Township and Obazogbe, Igododo, Abudu Road project. Water scheme at Irwe, Ogada, and Ebohe, Oza Village. Erosion control project at Ugonoba, electrification project at Ewan, Ewowe, Igwe Ozomo community, among others. Also concerned that the completion of those projects has resulted in huge waste of limited resources and untimely, and ultimately deprive the people of the enjoyment of their natural resources through government intervention.
Well, now you know. The National Assembly is supporting the decision of the executive to remove subsidy and also the increase in the price of fuel. Now, many Nigerians will be hoping that the legislature will help to ensure that the budget is fully implemented to ease some of the challenges the removal of subsidy has thrown up. Now, this means that as citizens, you will have to take more seriously your role of oversight. Yes, you heard me right. You have to oversight the executive and oversight the legislature. That is a new watchword now, oversight. We must all do this in the days ahead. Thanks for being here with me on the program. Till next week, I'm Lanre Lasese. Take care.